Hello, everyone, and welcome to This Week in Eorzea, the only Final Fantasy XIV podcast hosted by us, Debbie, and you,
me, Pyra. It's like we planned it.
I know, it's like we say something very similar every week for the last, 51 weeks. Imagine.
I mean, if you count the couple times we've had to call it off, it's been over a year.
Yeah. No, it's
that's how math works.
But it's maintenance day. So very shortly, if you are watching, servers are going to go down. So you've got approximately half an hour left to get any Moogle tomes you might need, or to get those last few frontlines victories before servers go down. And they're going to stay down until about 3 o'clock in the morning this morning, barring any notification that they're up early, which is actually a pretty short maintenance for a major patch. So.
Yeah. Only 9 hours, which, I mean, we're used to 24-hour maintenances, so I'll take a 9-hour maintenance.
Exactly. So really the only news we have right now is that preliminary patch notes are up, but as soon as servers go down, any moment we would expect the actual patch notes to drop. They never release these before the servers go down because they usually contain information on ability changes or information that they just don't want anyone to get in advance of servers going down, so you can't give yourself an edge or anything. So yeah, happy patch night.
Sometimes I also believe that there's some intern or somebody working until the last second of the patch. No, I squeezed this last thing in. Quick, toss it up in the notes.
Yeah, maybe they just don't know what's gonna hit until that very end, and they're like, okay, we need to release these. But either way, within the next few hours, we should get those patch notes, and then at some point. Oh God, I wish I had a memory for this. They're doing the live patch note reading, or have they done that already?
I believe it'll be tomorrow. It'll be during the actual patch.
Oh. Yeah, no, sorry. I'll be too busy doing Alliance raids. So yeah, for me, first thing tomorrow, Alliance raids. I want to be able to see everyone take on those challenges blind or nearly blind. What about you? What will you be doing first?
That's also going to be my first thing. Even though I think I'm more hyped for the MSQ in the finale, there's such a charm to being one of the first people in the Alliance raid when it's just a bunch of newborn babies trying to learn how to walk. Just no one knows what's going on. There's a certain magic to it. So that's going to be my first thing. Absolutely.
Yeah, no, the MSQ, I'm actually feeling a little bit excited for it, optimistic. I know Dawn Trail itself has been a little bit controversial, but I liked the direction it took in the last patch. And from everything Yoshi P has said thus far about this one, and not said, I mean, there's a lot he hasn't said about it. I think this is one of these moments where he thinks we're going to be pleasantly surprised, and he's just waiting for that reaction. So, fingers crossed that that's what's going on. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of it. Patch tomorrow. There isn't really anything else on the lodestone either. I had it up. The duty commenced. That happened. Obviously, the VOD for that is up. I didn't win an Amazu, Pyra. I tried. I was supposed to be starting my stream, and they were just doing the giveaway, so I had the giveaway live on my stream to see to make sure I didn't miss my chance on an Amazu. But
we're just gonna have to buy our Namazus now.
Where can I buy a Namazu?
I have so many. I have 4 Namazu. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 Namazu themed things in my room. I'll hook you up.
Okay, I was gonna say I'd buy my Namazu from you. There we go.
We do have one other piece of news though, not on the lodestone. I'm assuming it'll crawl into the lodestone. PAX West. So, Mr. Yoshi P himself, as announced this morning by PAX, their official social medias accounts, Yoshi P is doing a double feature at PAX West at the end of August. So he's actually going to be their Storytime keynote speaker. He's going to be kicking off PAX West on August 29th. And then he's also going to be doing a game design group chat panel with a special guest, TBD. So, yeah. for those in the U.S. or anybody who's in that kind of Pacific Northwest region who's going to PAX West. I think they're both going to be watching, so that's a lot of Yoshi.
Sorry, mic check. You kind of cut out a little bit there. Oh, there you are. Okay.
I don't know if you missed any of that, but yeah,
just the last sentence or two.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's bringing a guest with him, who we don't know who it is. Listen, if it's Ben Starr, can we cross that off our bingo card? Does that still count?
I think we should. I think we should. So Ben Starr is already confirmed going to PAX. He is going with the rest of the Expedition 33 group. There's no way they're not doing a crossover.
Right.
Knowing both of them, it's probably going to happen at some point.
Fair enough. And then now maybe I'm making this up. Maybe I shouldn't say this on the podcast, but there was another interview Yoshi P did. I think the Famicom one that Mione covered briefly. Am I just making it up that they said that FanFest news is incoming? Or that he mentioned.
I did hear that too.
Okay.
Soon, TM. So
Soon.
It's like, I think he addressed, I believe somebody asked like, hey, what's going on with FanFest? And the most of an answer we have, I believe, is just like, it's coming soon. So soon could mean tomorrow. It could mean 4 months from now. Soon. Please look forward to it.
Soon. But I mean, that's at least an acknowledgement, which is at least more than we had prior to this. So
we are getting a fan fest. Just don't know where.
Okay. Community check just briefly to let everyone know I do have a poll up on my YouTube account. I am off this week, so I am trying to get back into producing YouTube videos. I just want to know everyone's kind of thoughts on what sort of videos I should prioritize. It helps a lot if you can answer that poll, so please check it out on YouTube. If it hasn't come up in your feed, just click on my channel and it should pop up. I'm liking the answers I'm getting so far, so thank you to everyone who has already responded to it. It means a lot. And we're not talking about it. So this we're not talking about. My whole community has been looking forward to this because they get an I told you so moment. So so we are not talking about the PvP Malmstones, i.e. the PvP Battle Pass. Now, there was actually a Reddit post on this because everyone was saying Battle Pass when I was spamming it this weekend, and no one in Final Fantasy XIV knew what a Battle Pass was. So there was some Reddit threads trying to explain to people what it is. But a Battle Pass is essentially just a tiered earning system that appears in MMOs. That can be paid or unpaid, but that give you cosmetic rewards upon completion. And so that's essentially what the Malmstones is. So if someone refers to it as a battle pass, according to Wikipedia, it counts. So it's a battle pass. But I spent approximately 10 hours yesterday on it, trying this weekend to get from rank 14 to rank 25, which I did at like 10 o'clock this morning. But I never, ever want to do that again, especially since the 10 hours I put in yesterday was on Seal Rock, and I hate Seal Rock. And this has not given me a better experience. At least this morning was Nadim, but I didn't want to save it all for today because that would have been even more horrible because there would have been a deadline and I would have been super stressed. So I'm not talking about it anymore. I'm going to try to do my frontlines every day over the next 6 months so that this never has to happen again. Thank you to everyone who tried to motivate me to do it. Thank you to all of those who tried to guilt me or pressure me into doing it. I am sorry I didn't listen to you, and I'm not talking about it ever again. Pyra, do you have any thoughts on frontline milestones?
I laugh because I've been in your shoes, and I reformed a couple series ago. Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head. Chip away at it a little bit at a time. I just put a video out today that was all about like 6 things I do every day time when I log in. That was number 5. Do your front lines. It adds up.
Don't do what Debbie does. It's not okay.
What would Debbie do? Don't do
Don't.
what Debbie would do. I don't know. We'll figure that out and make it into a bumper sticker.
Don't do what Debbie does. God. Yesterday was not an easy day. Not an easy day.
Oh god, the willpower and the trauma. I commend you for doing it and not just giving up, because I think I would have given up.
I was close. But then the last of my sanity broke and I was fine. It's just once you disconnect from reality, it's fine. Okay. So let's move on to something a little bit more fun. Let's do our hot topic, which is what is this? What is this? This is Final Fantasy XIV Never Have I Ever.
Yeah.
Now, I've seen maybe a very little of this played, but essentially we say something and then we say whether we have never done that thing or whether we have done it. And we have a list of Final Fantasy XIV themed Never Have I Evers. So feel free to play along, give your answers in chat, and we're gonna see how many of these we can cover. Starting with
scared. And I'm excited. I'll preface, I'm excited and scared. And because for chat too, I don't know Debbie's answers. Debbie doesn't know my answers. We may know after knowing each other for a while, but there may need to be some explaining to do depending on what the answer is for some of these.
Some of these are a little bit revealing, yeah. Some of them are top level. Some of them, we might see each other in a different light afterwards. So, okay, starting off with, never have I ever severely undercut an item on the market board. Pyra.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not often. I don't usually do it, but there's been a couple times where I'm just like, get it out of my inventory. How about you?
Yes, but I go off of previous sales. So whenever I post something on the market board, I check out what's the last price it's sold at. And if those prices are severely under what it's currently selling at, I will go with those prices. So I may undercut something by 10 or 20,000, but that's only because in my mind it's overpriced right now.
Yeah, that's
okay.
Valid.
Okay. Never have I ever lied about progress on Party Finder.
Slightly. So hear me out.
Okay.
This is, against my etiquette. It's kind of do what I say, not what I do.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of party finders that if you say you're at mechanic 5, really most people that join are at mechanic 4. So there have been some times where it's okay, you're here, and I'm I'm just about there, and then usually it ends up being exactly where I was. So I've kind of not done a full bold-faced lie, but a little or I've done it on a simulator, but not in game.
Fair. I've had someone lie on my behalf, but I didn't personally lie. They just started
an accessory to the crime.
Exactly. They started a party finder for a particular phase of a fight, and I hadn't actually cleared it, but they had faith in me. So. It's okay. Never have I ever failed a solo duty intentionally to change the difficulty.
Oh, I totally have. I have no shame. Is this
common? Yeah.
Yeah, there's been a couple times where I'm oh, this is different. Once they gave you the option to choose your difficulty, there's a few times I was I really don't care about this mission. I'm just gonna redo this at easy mode.
Right? I've never done it for myself, but I was helping my husband through a bunch of the solo duties, and especially in Endwalker, some of them were really difficult. And instead of going through it again, I'm like, no. I'm just gonna fail this straight out, choose super easy and get through it. Yeah. Oh man. Never have I ever asked what bait on a fishing boat because I was too lazy to look it up.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Usually people are very, very awesome and give it, so but once or twice, especially if I'm playing on the PlayStation and I don't have my keyboard, like okay. Never have I ever skipped MSQ cutscenes because you didn't care about the current plot.
I will say I'm reformed. I used to do that. A Realm Reborn into Heavensward. Final Fantasy being my first MMO, if it wasn't a voiced cutscene, I skipped it. And now I know that that's a bad thing to do. I've learned my lesson, but I was not.
Yeah, that's fair. I've never done it for the MSQ, but I did it for like all of Alexander. Like I've done it for raid series.
Fair. Totally fair.
I still don't know what happened in the Alexander plot. I just know something woman, something guy, like drama.
Goblins. Goofy goblins. Sonic Boom and Goofy goblins.
Never have I ever used a story skip.
Ooh. Does alts count?
Yeah.
We're talking mains or alts? Or either?
Either, yeah.
I have an alt. I wanted to catch an alt up to help a different data center friend group out. So I have for that.
There you go. Yeah, I have an alt too. A level skip?
Same. Yep. Because this is also before the data transfer. Like, you could go visit another data center. So I did to kind of get myself up to a point where I could help them.
Did you do it when they were on sale?
No. Oddly enough, no.
I only did when they were on sale. Okay, have you ever used a retainer skip?
No. Never.
No, I haven't either. I have like 500 retainers across all my alts, and I've never skipped any of them. Oh, man. See, there's the line, though. It's like, okay. Yeah. Okay, there's the line.
Yeah. That's the line.
That's the line. Never have I ever bought an expensive mount on the online store.
I have a whale. That's all you need to know. I have the moon whale.
The one with like the blanket on top, because the moon whale they did as the they did that as a launch bonus, didn't they, for Shadowbringers?
No, I think it was like it was an actual log station. I think it was like $40.
Right. Maybe they just specially priced it at launch. I don't remember.
They might have. I know it was like a special.
Oh, it was like maybe $32 to start, and then it got raised to $40. I seem to recall
something of that sort. Yeah,
something like that. I do have online store mounts. But again, this is going to be a recurring theme, I think, with me. I didn't buy them. I have my brother also plays the game, and he knows I like pretty things in games. So for Christmases, he like asks me to fill up a shopping cart, and he buys it for me. So yes, but I didn't do it. Never have I ever been naked outside of a house or in room. Have you ever been naked in game in public?
I technically to go Fantasia?
Yeah.
Like if I'm like alone, I don't know why it's weird because it's just a game, but it's like if I'm like in a random part outside of my house and no one's there, I've totally done that to Fantasia before. How about you, Debbie? Are you sneaking through the street?
Same thing though. But like you, it seems very inappropriate. So it's like when you Fanta you have to be naked, and so you usually get naked inside the in-room or inside your house or whatever. But then when you log back into game, it takes you to the Aetherite, and so you're suddenly like in public naked, and you're like, "Oh my god!" Close on quickly. I don't think it does that anymore because I just Fantasia last week and it dropped me back off in the in-room, so there was no public nudity required. But
that should have been the stream name or the podcast name this week. No nudity required.
Public nudity required. It's different. Like the swimsuits could cover even less, and some of them do, but it's fine. Yep. It's fine. It's totally but being naked is.
This is society's construct, just putting us into this box.
Never have I ever changed my character's name.
I have never.
Ooh.
I have never. I've been Pyra Sedania the whole time. How about you?
Wow, that's actually impressive. I've changed my character's name. And a bunch of old names. And every time I literally make a row character, I always end up changing their name because I can never pronounce it and it's too long and it gets cut off in boxes and yeah, okay. Never have I ever changed my character's world.
Oh, I have. I've bounced. Leviathan is my home, but like I've had my little bounce backs. How about you?
Yeah, several times. I mean, even my main has gone through, what was it? I started on Leviathan, went to Behemoth, went to Diablos, and now I'm on Halley. So, yeah, I mean, I guess that's not a lot for 12 years, but still kind of feels like a lot.
Same as me, though. I went Coral, Leviathan, Lamia, Leviathan. I think that's it, yeah. But even then, it feels like a lot because it's just been like boop, 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 you know?
Yeah. Have you ever had 7 accommodations at one time?
Rarely, but yes. I think I've had like a handful of times all 7 out of 8. Well, of course, it can't come.
Dang. You are like pro gamer. It's happened once, and I will never forget it.
Yeah. Was it anything special or like I'm pretty sure mine was like a pre-made of 7 that were all just like, here you go, friend. Like
okay. Well, that must have been before because they don't let you comm in pre-mades with people you go in with.
Oh no. I mean like me as a solo queuer.
Oh, I see. Okay. I get it. Yeah, they were in a group and they just called you in and they all Yeah. Mine was in a Crystal Tower raid.
Oh.
I think everyone's had this story. I queued as a paladin, and we were on that final boss, Xerxes or whoever it is, who does the meteors. And it was like he had 10% health left, and everyone was just going to try to burn him down instead of doing meteors. And I was only half paying attention, but I saw that he had like 6% health left, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna press this invuln button because there's only like 2 seconds left of the fight, and it'll be fun. And meteors actually went off, and at 5% left, I was the only person in the entire Alliance raid who was alive. And I took him down solo from 5% onward. I know! And I ended up with all 7 comms. That is like my pinnacle Final Fantasy XIV moment. That is like, Debbie was maximum potential right there.
Peak.
It's a good feeling. Have you ever bought an item from a vendor to sell on the market board?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, guilty.
So guilty, especially on like an expansion launch. So guilty.
Furniture vendors, like if you go into the residential districts, the furniture vendors that sell like furniture items for 2,000 each that are selling for 20,000 on the market board. Yeah, if I need a little extra cash, I do some furniture turning.
Oh yeah, I've been known to profit quite a bit from the same.
Have you ever bought an item from the market board you should have bought from a vendor?
That's a good one. Probably unknowingly, but I feel like there's a lot of things that if I see that it has a vendor price, I will go hunt it down. Like if I'm looking for something that seems like it's, you know, like worth a good chunk, I'm like, I'm gonna hunt it down and make sure that it's not a vendor first.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Unless I'm in a hurry. Then I feel like I'm gonna pay the delivery fee. It's kind of like the Uber Eats of Final Fantasy XIV. Yeah. You're like, okay, no, this boat is gonna be coming in just a few minutes, or you know, I've got a fishing window open and I need a particular bait, or whatever. I'll be like, yeah, okay, I'll just eat it. But
convenience tax.
Yeah, exactly. It's a luxury tax. Have you ever sold something to a vendor you should have sold on the market board? Like you sold an item and then realized later on it was worth a lot more money than you thought it was worth?
I don't think so. Because the way my brain works, I always try to sell it on the market first. And then if it's worth less than like the retainer sell rate, then I'll give it to the retainer to sell. How about you?
Yeah, me too. I mean, that's kind of one part of like, it's maybe the only benefit of being a hoarder is I have no problem just holding on to everything until I'm sure of its value. But I've heard stories of people who have like just vendor trashed some items that were actually worth a fair bit. So,
so painful.
Have you ever ran out of space in your journal for quests?
Journal? Which journal?
Like your quest log. It only holds like 20 different quests at a time.
Oh, I don't know if I have. Have you?
Yes. It's like you just run around accepting all of the quests, and then at some point you're like, oh, I need to actually do some of these quests.
Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy.
Exactly.
Ooh, piece of candy.
So it's like it's a major milestone at the end of an expansion when I only have like 1 or 2 quests left in my journal. Like, yeah, I did it.
You did it.
Todd gets annoyed when you have more than 5 open. Yeah, it takes effort to fill up your journal, honestly. Never have I ever forgot to do class quests for more than 20 levels.
I have crafters and gatherers that are like in a Realm Reborn level quests, and I'm like level 90 something. I'm not proud.
Yeah, I'm guilty of this too. I mean, I remember back in the day being super diligent about it. And even though you know intellectually that your abilities come from these quests and how important they are, sometimes you get on like the leveling train and you're trying to like get a class up quickly, or you're just really, really doing the leveling, and then suddenly you go into harder level content like a dungeon for your current level and realize you're missing several very important abilities. Yeah.
Yep.
Have you ever gotten into a duty without a jobstone?
Not in a long time, but I absolutely have. Back in my newbie days, I've definitely been like, where are these buttons? Or why don't they work? And smacked me right in the face. What about you, Debbie?
Yes, but I mean, like you, a very long time ago, like a Realm Reborn kind of days, when it wasn't as noticeable, I want to say, Because nowadays there's like such a difference between whether or not you have it equipped. Back in the day, it didn't feel like there was that much of a difference, but yeah, I did. I haven't done it intentionally though. Have you ever done it intentionally? Yeah.
Oh, totally. We used to do it, me and some of my old friends, like if we were in like an 8, if we had a full party of 8, just to like see if somebody would notice it. Like we would try to get by and like barely do any of the abilities because we only had like conjurer, or thaumaturge until somebody called you out for it. So I've definitely done it intentionally.
Have you ever gone into a duty severely under-equipped?
Yes. I say yes because I'm trying to think of a specific instance. I feel like I've done that where I'm like, oh, I'll just do a quick trials or normal roulette and I'll pick a class that I don't use a lot of the times, and then it's like, because you get something and you're like, oh no, I didn't have this actually geared. I didn't have this roll geared. Yeah.
That's kind of it. Yeah. I mean, you go to pop in, you're like, okay, well, I want to get experience on this guy, just pop a duty roulette, and then you like load into the dungeon and you realize, crap, I'm wearing level 30 gear at level 60. This is a problem.
Just like, hopefully no one notices me. Hopefully nobody looks at me.
Now, granted, keep in mind that back in the day, minimum item level wasn't as much a thing. So you could go into a dungeon like that under geared and it wouldn't stop you. You were allowed to do that.
Yep.
Never have I ever spent hours online without actually doing any content.
Yep.
I mean, isn't that part of playing the game, I guess?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, okay. Sometimes I log in and just sort of AFK with my retainers and kind of look at my glams and maybe go to the esthetician and then like 2 hours later log out. Yeah.
I've done those too, where it's like you're in voice with people in Discord and you're just running around like your FC house or like outside in the residential wards, and like nothing gets done besides talking in voice chat and running around, and then you log out hours later. I've done that on multiple occasions. That's how I found my current FC mates.
Hey.
Panic.
Oh god. Have you ever wiped a party?
Not intentionally. Have you?
I not intentionally. I do it a lot just because I'm Debbie. Mostly when I forget I'm healing.
Yeah.
It's like you'll be through a dungeon and the thought literally occurs to me. It's like, oh wow, this healer really sucks. And then like the tank will die and I'm like, oh shit, I'm the healer.
Oh, it's me. I'm the healer.
And then you like try to put it back on the rails and then doesn't really work and everyone's like, what is going on? And I'm like, I am so sorry. My cat jumped on my lap.
See, at least you use that excuse. I'm a savage raider, so there are plenty of times where I'm just like, oh, my brain literally stopped processing any information, and I just wiped the party because I didn't move. They're like, you know what to do here? I'm like, oh yeah, I just did
I just didn't.
Brain rebooted.
So yeah. I mean, that's the. Have you ever wiped a raid? Same thing.
So many times.
Yeah, me too. And sometimes I have an excuse and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I think the weirdest excuse I ever used was husband aggro. because I was like in the middle of a raid and it was one of those like I have to do the mechanics raids, and my husband walked into the room and started asking me about whether or not the laundry in the washer was clean or hadn't been started yet or needed to be flipped or something, and I'm like, dude, I'm trying to focus, and then I die and I'm like, husband aggro.
Husband aggro. I've also used the streamer aggro excuse where like my stream alerts tend to be too loud and scare me, and I just leave it like that because A, it's funnier that way, B, I'm lazy, and I have definitely my sub thing on Twitch is like the Butterfree. It's like Hank Hill screaming Butterfree, and I've definitely wiped the party from not being able to hear anything because I've gotten subscribers. I'm like,
never have I ever pulled all the mobs and died instantly. I mean, there's a reason I don't tank. I will claim that I haven't, but only because I've never put myself in that situation. How about you?
I definitely have. I'm not a tank, and so the few times I have, and I've had overly cocky people be like, just floor pull, wall to wall, and I'm like, okie dokie, but I don't know what I'm doing. Then I died. I'm like, told you.
Okay. Have you ever rescued someone into danger?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Only friends. See, I will say only friends.
Only friends. I don't think. No. I have, but unintentionally. There's a reason rescue doesn't exist on any of my hotbars as a healer. I've taken it off and I've banned it from my hotbars because I'm the type of person who knows that I just shouldn't ever press it, because I'm more likely to kill someone than not. And I don't want to be put in a position where I have to defend myself. So I just leave it off.
Totally fair.
Yeah. With great power comes great responsibility, and I just don't trust myself with that power.
No baby leashes.
Have you ever loot and scooted?
Looted and scooted? I'm gonna say no. The only preface to that is there have been times, which I think is socially okay, that I've been like in a map party or a mount farming party or some like farm party in PF, and I've literally said like, hey, I have two more pulls, like 2 more clears before I have to leave, and then on like the last clear I get loot. And then I'm like, I'm so sorry, I have to leave. Like, so I've done that, but I've never, like, gotten something and just, like, pieced out.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's happened accidentally once or twice. We're all, like, if we're farming a mount or something in trials, and I'll be like, okay, I can only do 2 more runs because then my time's up. And then we get like the mount that run and I win it. And then I'm like, no, but I still have to go next time. I called it in advance. So it's been accidental, which I guess is also okay.
Yeah, that's where I'm at too, where it's like, I feel like that's not like the scooting part, because it's like you're giving a preparation of like, this is how much time I have left. And then exactly like, I can't just not go to work just because I got him out. Like, sorry.
But usually, no, other than that, I'm really good. I'll stay for at least like, 20 minutes or so. Another, have you ever gone to Limsa just to people watch?
All the time. So much. I have a friend, Ari, who that's like all he does is go to Limsa. And then we'll just run around and look at people. It was so great when the cloud servers were a thing, because people were just making random names, and there was like pregnant Godbird and pregnant Xenos.
Oh,
like, everybody was pregnant.
Yeah. I remember that. I've never gone to Limsa just to people watch. But even on the last stream I did, I've ended up in Limsa and then not been able to look away, like some sort of traffic accident, just kind of like, oh my god, what's going on? Oh my god, what's going on over here? It is a little bit distracting. But have you ever been to, oh god, the Ulda in Belmung?
Oh.
Have you ever been there?
Once.
I may have been more than once. Just to people watch. Just to people watch.
Yes. Big emphasis on just to people watch.
Just to people watch.
No offense. No offense. Just not my normal scene, I will say.
Hey Jada. Never have I ever stayed up all night clicking on a placard for a house. I have.
Back in our day when you had to hope. Hope and click.
I've even set my alarm for 2:00 in the morning once, so I could get up prior to a house expiring and just keep clicking the placard again and again and again and again and again. And that was the time I ended up getting the house. I got up at 2:00 in the morning, nice. And I won the house at 7. So between 2:00 and 7 a.m., I just got clicking the button.
I was gonna ask if it was ever like profitable for you.
Yes, I did get. Yeah. Oh. So terrible.
Do you still have that house?
I need to go check, actually. It was a guild house for some IRL friends on a different server, so maybe I should go check and see if it's still there.
Well, you can't till tomorrow now. Servers are down.
Have you?
I have failed because back when that was happening was also when somebody could transfer a house and bypass the timer. So I've literally sat at a placard for like 10 hours just to have somebody come up and say, I'm so sorry, I'm gonna be a jerk right now, and then just steal it.
Oh no.
Yep. And then I logged out for like 2 days straight. And I did not log back.
Just we need to split up for a while, yeah.
Yeah, we need a break.
God. Have you ever finished the Kugane Inn jumping puzzle?
I've cheated. Does that count?
Oh, did you have someone help teleport you up? Yeah.
I've had my husband literally res me. Blue mage explosion res to the top. How about you?
Can you do that?
I
well, you have to be kind of halfway. Oh, I guess you could do it multiple times. Yeah.
I think I've like made it halfway up and then I called it. I was like, nah, I'm good.
I have. It's I think it's actually like my first video on this channel on YouTube.
Nice.
My husband and someone bet me a steak dinner. That I couldn't do it. So of course I had to do it. So
yeah. Screw you, steak dinner it is.
There you go. Have you ever used the alarm function in game?
There's an alarm function in game.
I have. So that's how I know it exists. Because if you're like gathering for profit, you can set the node times on an alarm, so it'll alarm in game every time that time comes up, so you know to go farm that node.
You don't have to use third-party websites.
Hey.
Never done that.
Never have I ever used the alarm I didn't know about. There you go. I've never done that thing I didn't know existed.
Yeah. Same.
Never have I ever had completely broken gear.
I don't think I have. If it's green, it's bad. Only blue.
Oh wow. You are like a super repairer.
I hate letting it go in the green. It will if I'm doing like ultimate like progging, but even then, like I've only like once seen the 10%, and I'm like, ugh,
Wow.
ugh. Yeah.
Oh god.
I'm bad about it. I'm like a germaphobe against gear being worn down.
Gear. The times it tends to happen is like crafting for me, or like running trusts or something. It's situations where you're just doing the same thing over and over and over again and not really remembering that gear is getting damaged in the meantime. Yeah. So like if you like set yourself to crafting like a quantity of like this and then a quantity of that, and then yeah, your gear slowly breaks as you're doing it, and then you look at your character and suddenly, no, actually it's worse than that. It's worse than that, because suddenly you'll be sitting there and you'll start hearing all of your macros fail, and you're like, why is my macro failing? And then you realize it's because your gear is broken and no longer offered.
That's so painful.
I know.
Oh, God. Yeah. See, I've been witness to like, you know, doing a lot of raiding. I've been witness to like, wow, somebody in our static just keeps dying. We don't know what's going on. The mitigation's the same. The healing's the same. And then we look and we're like, dude. Hey, so-and-so, which in my group is usually Ari. Like, hey, Ari, why is your HP like 100k less than it normally is?
Yeah. It happens. It happens. Have you ever jumped to your death in battle? Like Red Mage, Dragoon, just yeeted yourself off the platform? Yeah.
Totally. I even did a fun one in PvP the other day where I tried moving and somebody hit me at the same time, and I got to the edge of one of the front lines and I just like a comedy like cartoon splat right on the ground and died. So I think that goes. How about you, Debbie? You've played Dragoon.
Okay. Yeah.
You haven't.
Honestly, though, I've only done it once or twice on Dragoon, but literally, so I a couple of years ago, I had this thing where I invited mains of every class to come onto my stream and teach me how to play their class, which is actually really fun, and I'm planning on doing it again. But I was learning Red Mage for the first time. Someone was teaching me Red Mage. And legit, like the first dungeon we did, I yeeted myself off the platform and died. And they're like, yep, you're doing it right.
Yep. Oh my gosh.
I pressed the wrong button, and I didn't realize the button I pressed was the yeet button. So I felt bad, but they're like, nah, that's how you play Red Mage. Like, okay.
That happened to me, now that I remembered it. It just happened Saturday. We were progging M8S, and all I'll say without spoilers is, like, there are multiple platforms. Well, Black Mage has two abilities for the ley lines now. One that you can retrace them and move them to you, and one that you get straight teleport to your ley line. I pressed the wrong one, and I fell through. I was just like, bonk, flushed, and I was like, oh no! Oh, there was another one. There was one on my Dragoon that stuck out to me, because that was in the 12 raids when you're on the statue with the hands, and he was over on the other hand, and I was like, I'm a Dragoon, I can just jump onto him. And so I used a jump from a different finger, and it like sunk me straight down the hole, and I'm like, okay, that's not how jump works. So I learned a valuable lesson that day. Yeah, exactly. You can't jump over a hole. You just go into the hole. Right over.
Yeah. No, it was not fair, but have you ever died in the diadem?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And then you're screaming for help. Help.
Yes.
Help.
And it's such a terrible death, because like you're just in the diadem. You can only gather. It's a gathering zone. There are enemies there, but you have a little aether cannon that you're supposed to use to take them out. But you can accidentally forget you're in the diadem and like whip out your pick and hit an enemy with it, and then they one hit kill you. It's the most embarrassing death in the game because you're literally this miner or botanist or fisher, and you like smack something with your tool and it just like ground pounds you, and you're like, oh, okay, I died in a non-battle zone. Fantastic. I'm glad to know I'm not alone, though.
Not alone.
Never have I ever said something you shouldn't have in public chat. Have you ever okay, I have, but in my defense it was during PvP. So I think sometimes
I don't know if that's better. Go on.
I might have called someone a name in PvP. I know. They were just being mean, so I called them a name because they were being mean in PvP.
I would never have thought of that of you.
Listen, competition brings out the worst in me. What about you?
I bet I have, and I can't think of a specific moment. I've definitely, like, at the minimum, I've said like GG to my FC, and then they're like, "What are you talking about?" And I'm like, "Oh, I've been whoops." Was talking to party, but I've definitely.
Oh, you've just done like mistells.
I've done mistells. I've probably done the other one though, but nothing that like stands out.
I don't like doing it because it's like then I panic for like 2 or 3 days afterwards. I'm like, oh my god, is someone gonna report me? Is someone gonna report me? Am I gonna get like a message? Am I gonna get a warning? And it's like I know I shouldn't have said it. I know I should have just kept my mouth shut, but I've never been reported. So
this is why, like, I'll open my big fat mouth, and my mouth runs faster than my hands can type, so it's kept me from typing. But there have been plenty of streams where I'm just, and I'll even tell my friends, I'm like, it is not personal. I just cuss a lot when I do PvP, and I don't even know who these people are. It could literally be the wall, and I'm just yelling at anybody.
Fair enough. Whereas I'm sitting there like trying to come up with an excuse if a GM got in touch with me as to why I called this person an ass hat in PvP. Because
They had a donkey.
Because
they look like a donkey with a hat.
Yeah. Listen, it's not okay to bully your team for not performing the way you want them to perform. But calling someone out on it is okay, I guess. Have you ever taken vacation time off work for a patch or an expansion release?
Tomorrow. Tomorrow, every expansion I usually take off a week at least for the expansion. And then sometimes, like, if my vacation's good, or if I have time off like around a patch, I'll line it up. Like, I even did that for tomorrow, so.
Okay.
How about you?
Yeah, it was coincidental that I'm on vacation this week. But I do try to book off for expansions if I can. Now, were you taken in, when was it? Was it Shadowbringers or Endwalker that they delayed? And people kind of flipped out a little bit about it. Was it Endwalker? Yeah.
Yeah, because Shadowbringers was the 4th of July week. And I remember because the job that I used to have, we were not allowed to take off a full week of vacation around a holiday. It was a weird rule, so I couldn't take a full week off for that. Endwalker, I remember I did book a week, and I had started a new job then, and I had to tell them, like, oh, my plans, logistics got delayed. Because that was the type of job I didn't tell them about the gaming portion. So, yeah, that one was like an almost didn't get to have my vacation time off, but I was able to squeeze it in.
Nice. Have you ever called in sick to work for a Final Fantasy XIV event?
No, I've never done that. Not in a long time, I will admit. Not in a very long time. But I have.
I haven't, but that's not to say I wouldn't. I don't want anyone to think it's like a holier than thou thing. It's just I haven't yet.
Yeah. I wouldn't for the job I have now, and that's not even because I'm on camera. Like, I love my job now, so I wouldn't do that to them. But previous jobs, yes. Like, no shame. This job now, I'm like, nah, I wouldn't do that.
It depends on how much you like the job. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they also would find me. Like, they know I stream. My Discord's linked up to the public Discords. Like, they would know. So I definitely wouldn't even risk it, even if I wanted to, which I don't.
Yeah, there you go. Disclaimer. Here's one very timely, a segue into the end of the stream. Have you ever woken up early because of a patch or expansion launch?
Totally. Expansion day especially, I'm up at 4 a.m. 4 or 5 a.m. I've already pre-gamed my food. Computers are on, vibes are on. And then like tomorrow I'll wake up a little bit earlier than normal, but nothing crazy. How about you?
That's fair. Yes. But only organically. Like I never set my alarm early. So I'm an adult. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get as much sleep as I need. But if I happen to wake up and can't get back to sleep, then I will get up and play. So yes, I think I'm trying to remember which one it was. It might have even been Dawn Trail. I remember waking up at like 3:30 in the morning and the servers happened to have been up early and I'd like sneak into my office and put on my headset and yeah, it happens. And it might happen tomorrow because I am super excited to start taking on those Alliance raids. I can't wait. So I might wake up super excited at 4 o'clock in the morning.
That's a mood. I do the same thing. Like tomorrow I'm like, let's see what time I feel excited. But like expansion day, like Adam and I, the alarms are on. 4 a.m. We are getting up. We have a caffeine plan. We have a breakfast plan. We have a dog bathroom trip plan. And then it's like, okay, we gotta go.
The only thing I don't like on playing PC is like the PlayStations will automatically update when the patch comes down. So if I want to wake up and play on the PlayStation, it's already updated. But for the computer, you have to wait for it to update.
Yep. That's another reason why we wake up early. It's like you start trying to get in the queue, get the updates in, get the queues going.
Oh, the queues. Actually, you know what? They fixed the queues, so I can't even complain about that. But that takes us to the end. What are you most excited about for tomorrow?
A bunch of new things. Like surface level. It's just I've been feeling like the staleness of things. Like, not that there's nothing to do, but there's nothing that's been like sparking my interest too much. So I'm totally interested to get a bunch of new content. Right off the rip is just the newness of the Alliance raid. That's going to be like the first thing I really get my teeth into. And then right after that, I think it's MSQ. Like, I really want to see how Dawn Trail as a core expansion story wise is going to wrap up. So I'm super excited for that.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think it's like Alliance raid, maps, and then MSQ are kind of my top 3. Those Gamba maps, I
can't wait.
I've got it planned for Thursday and Friday, but I don't think I'm going to be able to wait that long before giving it a try. So there might be a lot of maps in my future. Keep in mind, though, like because of the map farming limit, map prices are going to be astronomical.
Yeah.
So
because they're brand new maps too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
They're going to be pricey, but that means the loot is going to be worth it. So keep that in mind. Yeah. What's your schedule for this week?
So I'm streaming pretty much as soon as I'm online tomorrow. Tomorrow's the last day of my staycation, so I plan to stream all day tomorrow. Everything from Alliance raid to MSQ to maps, hopefully, ? Besides that, myself and some of my static mates just cleared M8S. Thank goodness.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So we'll be trying to finish out getting some re-clears done this week.
That was a really aggressive cheer. Yeah.
That was a really aggressive cheer. I mean, I appreciate it, but But yeah, I'll be streaming just about every day. Mostly Final Fantasy stuff, catching up on the new stuff, trying to get some raiding in. And yeah, Sunday we're doing a repo crowd control stream because this is my birthday month. My birthday's in a couple weeks from today, so
nice.
we're starting out some birthday festivities.
Ooh, cool. I've got a vacation stream active this week because I'm on vacation. So I am doing a couple of hours tomorrow morning, and then Wednesday morning, and then Thursday and Friday are map nights. So some bonus streams in there because I'm on vacation and really want to play this content. So look forward to that. And today, I'm like, Debbie brain fails. It's all the PvP I did yesterday. It has completely rotten my brain. August is also my streamiversary month. So I do have some, kind of special stuff coming up this month too. So this is going to be a really exciting month. So I am looking forward to it. That's kind of it. How did you like Never Have I Ever? If you have any Never Have I Ever questions we didn't cover, definitely put them in the comments below because we're probably going to do this again, or even like have special guests on and ask them the same questions and see if they are as naughty as we are. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, everyone who chatted, everyone who joined us live, and everyone watching in the future. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you for being here, Pyra. It is always a pleasure to get to know you better, man.
Likewise, and I feel less guilty, or at least as equally guilty as you.
There we go.
In some of our crimes. And
there we go. Yeah, and let us know. Let us know in the comments below if you kind of jibed with our answers, or if there's anything we should be shamed about. Let us know. Take care, everyone. Love yourself as much as you love others, and we'll see you in game when it comes back up in like 9 hours.
9 hours-ish. 8 hours, 8.5 hours.
We got the timer up. 8.5 hours. Okay.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.